Hello everyone, I am Prajakta and welcome to my channel Dancing Bibliophile. I started my Bookstagram account around 2 years back and I really wanted to start a YouTube channel too, a booktube channel actually, but I just could not get myself up to film a video and post it. But we are finally here and I'm filming a video and hopefully we'll be posting it real soon. So now I get a lot of questions from all of my non-reader friends as to which book should they read or which book will get them into the habit of reading. So I thought, why not start my YouTube channel with a books for beginners recommendations video. These are my picks for all the people who want to get into a habit of reading or who want to start or revive their old reading habit. So without further ado, let's get started. Also, if you like this video, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel to motivate me to post more bookish content. The first book which I'm going to recommend today is by my favorite author. Now, if you have been following me on my Bookstagram, this might not be a surprise for you, as I have been recommending his books for quite a long time. The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond. Now, Ruskin Bond's books are really easy and almost all of his books are quick reads or simple reads. But the reason I'm suggesting The Blue Umbrella is that it is a novella of around 70 odd pages, and as it is a short read, it is perfect for people who are just getting started with their reading. The Blue Umbrella is essentially a story of a little girl called Binya and who gets hold of a beautiful blue umbrella. Now this incident alters the behavior of people around her, both children and adults alike. This is a story of ordinary characters in not so ordinary situation. I'm sure that even if you do not fall into love of reading, which I'm sure you will definitely fall in love with the picturesque landscapes of Himalayas. The way in which Bond describes the hilly regions is simply mesmerizing. So, The Blue Umbrella by Ruskin Bond is definitely a great book for beginners. The second book which I'm going to recommend today is by another of my favorite Indian author, Sudhamurthy. And the book which I'm recommending is 3000 Stitches. For those who don't know, Sudhamurthy is a chairperson of Infosys Foundation and works for the underprivileged with the foundation. Now, Sudhamurthy has a beautiful knack for telling stories, and I'm sure you won't ever get bored while reading her stories. So, many of her stories actually narrate her life experiences or her experiences while working with the foundation. Her stories are heartwarming and at the same time depict the harsh realities of the society. So, a great way to start your reading journey. Also, I personally feel that short stories are a great way to kickstart your reading journey, as they are quick reads. At the same time, as you finish reading a short story, it gives you a sense of accomplishment, and this might just make you want to read more books or more stories. So, a win-win situation. The third book which I'm going to recommend today is actually a part of a trilogy. So if you're someone like me who has grown up listening to the stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata, there is a huge chance that you are going to love this trilogy. The trilogy which I'm talking about is the Shiva trilogy by Amish Tripathi. The first book of this trilogy is The Immortals of Meluha. This trilogy actually is a retelling of the story of Lord Shiva, and the way in which various mythological happenings have been explained in a scientific way is, though though a bit weird, is quite interesting. So definitely an interesting take on the old mythological tales which we have grown up listening to. This trilogy actually has the credit for reviving my old reading habit, and therefore I can definitely vouch for this series if you are a sucker for mythological tales. The fourth book which I'm going to recommend today is actually a graphical novel. If you love reading comics or you loved reading them in your childhood, graphic novels are definitely a great option for you if you want to get into reading. Now, graphic novel is actually an entire story depicted in the form of illustrations as well as dialogues, making it quite interesting as the normal text is accompanied with illustrations. The book I am recommending today is Persepolis by Marjani Satrapi. Now, Marjani Satrapi is an illustrator herself, and this book is kind of an autobiographical take of her life, and it depicts the childhood and teenage years of Marjani Satrapi while living in Iran and Austria. Now, Iran had a political turmoil and war-like situation, so the story is quite heartbreaking, but the way in which Marjani Satrapi has included interesting anecdotes or sarcastic situations, the entire book becomes quite funny and interesting or intriguing to read. So definitely graphic novels are quick reads, so a great way to start your reading habit. The fifth book which I'm going to recommend today is actually a popular one, and I'm sure you might have heard its name, The Secret by Rhonda Byrne. Now, it is a book which tells us about the power of manifestations and how you can use it in order to achieve your goals. Now, many people say that it has worked wonders in their lives, and at the same time many people say that it is not really that great of a concept, but it will be nice if you can read it for yourself and know whether it works for you or not. There is also a video related to this concept available, so you might want to check that out too. Last but definitely not the least is the book which I'm going to talk about is actually written originally in Hindi but has also been translated into English, so you can read it in either of the two languages you are comfortable in. The book I'm talking about is Dopaheri, which has been written by a famous Indian actor, Pankaj Kapoor. Dopaheri tells us the story of Amma B, an elderly woman living in a haveli all alone. Now, Amma B experiences some weird happenings and is thinking of shifting to an old age home. But instead of doing so, she keeps a lodger named Sabiha in order to accompany her. Now, the way in which Amma B's and Sabiha's relationship develops and how Amma B helps Sabiha in a situation of crisis is depicted really beautifully. And it's a nice read, and you will definitely want to go back to that book again, and it's a great one to read on a lazy afternoon with a cup of tea or coffee. So yes, that's it for my today's video. I hope you have found at least a couple of books to kickstart your reading habit. If you like this video, do let me know which book was the one which kickstarted your reading habit. So that's it for today.